Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott and Drew.
And welcome in on a Monday morning. We're back, we're live, and we are brand new. And we are hanging out at one of our favorite places for one of our favorite events. You combine both at the same time, and that's what you get. We are here at Cherokee Ridge this morning for the third annual Eagle Insulation 97.7 ESPN The Zone Charity Golf Tournament to benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And we are hanging out at Cherokee Ridge, and I tell you, every time we are here, the weather does not disappoint. And it's not disappointing right now. It is beautiful out here at Cherokee Ridge right now. I mean, this is beautiful.
Yeah, it's mild. It's not cold, and I have short sleeves on, and I'm not freezing. So, of course, we are inside, but most of the time we've been out here for some zone deals. And, man, I'm going to tell you what, it's been a little bit of a freezer.
Right.
This weather is perfect. It was perfect all weekend, perfect golf weather, and it's perfect golf weather so far on this Monday morning as well.
This is beautiful. And the director of golf, the czar of golf here at Cherokee Ridge, is kind enough to join us right out of the gates this morning. And Pete Sands with us. Pete, I tell you what, we could not have asked for a better start to the morning right now. We'll just go ahead and say it.
Man. I am taking 100% credit for the weather. I will not take it around 3 o'clock, though. I hand that off to Drew on that one. But yeah, I think the Masters hit, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, let's have some golfing weather. So I think that was the kickoff. The kickoff to season
was the Masters.
And hey, hopefully the Lord will keep its touch on us, because for a few days it was looking bleak. Even in the morning, I was a little nervous, but now it's like really, really good. I know we're talking later in the afternoon we could have some weather, but so far so good, man. And the course looks great. And I know when we were here my last time here, I know you guys were getting the simulator up and running. Mm-hmm. And I've heard that that's done now.
It's done and going.
Yeah, because we looked at that and it looked like it was going to be spectacular. And then and then of course you guys were making some changes to the course as well at that time.
Yeah, so a course needs to continue to evolve, right? It always it's
the old coaching adage: you either get better or you get worse.
I say all the time, the second you get complacent, you go backwards.
Exactly.
Right. So it's one of those that every day we try to get better. Every day we try to figure out what's that next project that we could do. And we're blessed. Our membership's booming. Yeah. Golf is good. I mean, we did 210 rounds on Friday, about 230 on Saturday. Yesterday, because the Easter was a little slower, we only did about 110, but
only
110 on Easter Sunday. Yeah.
On Easter Sunday. But no, I mean, it's good. I mean, we appreciate you guys coming out here. You guys are a blast to have as a partner, and we always look forward to seeing your smiling faces bright and early this morning. Scott got here, and
I did.
It was before the sun came up. Wow. So he was hanging out with me running carts this morning.
So were you hitting balls out on the range in the dark?
Did. You know what? I know it was not dark. I tell you, it was I got set up, and it was about 6:15, 6:20.
Yeah.
And I was like, Pete, is the range open? Because I need to go hit. I am playing in this one.
Yes.
And so I went to hit range. I tell you what, I got back, and it was so peaceful. It was nice. Like I put my headphones in out on the range. The sun's coming up. I mean, it was
the Masters theme playing in your headphones.
Actually, it was.
I knew it.
I had the music on scramble, and I kid you not, it came up.
Yeah, exactly. There it is. Look at Pete.
I just put my hands out. I put my hands out like this, and I was like, "Oh, this is just beautiful."
You came back in, and you looked like 15 years younger.
I felt 15 years younger out there.
Youth of hitting range balls at 6 a.m. this morning.
Well, you know what? Because when you go to the Masters, and I learned this, that if you win the Masters, if you are a Masters champion, they have a special driving range for you. Like you have there's a members only range. Well, I hit off the members range over here, so I felt like
does that mean you win?
It does not. It does not.
So speaking of winning, we do have the winning team this year again getting a membership. So we look forward to possibly 4 new faces out here at Cherokee Ridge.
That is so awesome. So
and we got straps.
We got straps, yes.
We worked with Pete here at Cherokee Ridge this year for for the first and second place prizes. We worked with Cherokee Ridge on this one, and Pete helped us with championship belt this year. So that is
awesome
the
stuff.
winning team and the runner-up team will get belts. Look at these things. They are fantastic.
Silver plated.
They are
Just don't try to
fantastic
pawn
this
them.
year.
No, we're certainly not going to do that.
Yeah. But, and that's one of the things.
But if you do, I got the hookup.
Oh, yeah, we do
I got the hookup if you need that.
It's one thing that we're trying to do this year for our members and even for you guys is we want to bring that tour experience to all of our guests. And this is just, it's great to get the little guy standing on the piece of wood with the, swinging the golf club, but it's also fun to get some unique trophies, some unique gifts that kind of make you guys stand out a little bit better. And that's, our member tournaments, that's kind of what our focus is this year, is to kind of bring that tour feeling to Cherokee Ridge. And actually this week, so you guys are kind of kicking it off, it's our Battle of the Ridge this weekend, which is like our Ryder Cup, which I'm really excited about.
Okay.
So if you follow us on social, you'll see, you've seen that we've kind of blown that up a little bit and really kind of showcasing the participants. And we're actually going to do a pre-draft show on Friday live on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah. So we're going to go through each contestant or each participant and kind of give the ins and outs of them and their golf game. And then we have a draft on Friday night to pick the teams. But really excited about that. So you guys are kind of kicking it off this
Look
week.
At that.
Battle of the Ridge week.
Look at that. Battle of the Ridge.
Starting with the ESPN Make-A-Wish tournament.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And
Now,
Chick-fil-A just walked in. So
it is a win-win
it's a
situation.
good day, guys.
I know. I tell you what, and I was fortunate enough last year. You had me out here. I played in the member guest, and if the member guest is anything like the Battle of the Ridge,
The Battle of the Ridge.
let me tell you, it's going to be a fantastic event.
Member guest, we have July. So we have Battle of the Ridge, then we have member.
Okay.
And then we actually are bringing back the Nike Tour event that was out here. We got,
Really?
permission.
Nice.
Guy just dropped me off a Chick-fil-A biscuit. I'm in heaven.
Steve takes care of you, man.
This is my hello friends moment. Right
No, here's my hello, friends, because you're great Americans. You have mustard on every table.
We do, yes. Dijon in the back if you want to get fancy.
Oh,
But,
so the Nike tour is coming back.
We got permission from Nike. They were gracious enough to kind of let us use that name again. So the Alabama Classic, we're bringing back a little change of format. It's gonna be a 2-man format. So we've kind of found here that guys like to play with their buddies, and that I agree with that and appreciate that. So the Nike Tour event's gonna be a 2-man tournament over the weekend. We got Nike involved, we got Strixon involved. So that's gonna be a blast. That's in June.
Wow.
And then we roll into our member guest, which is in July. So we are geared up for a tournament season, and like I said, you guys are kicking it off with the little Make-A-Wish ESPN Classic here.
Yeah, this is fantastic. And so those that are in their cars that are heading here, and I know there's a few of them out there. There's a few of them out there that have never played this golf course that are going to be playing it today. Any tips and tricks out there for the
scramble,
course?
So obviously some of the hidden kind of advice I would give is going to be different. So, it's a scramble, grip it and rip it and make a putt. That's pretty much what you got to do in scrambles.
The greens are fantastic, though. I was out here a couple weeks ago, and it was a little wet, but the greens are in fantastic shape.
Yes. And it's been, like you said, perfect weather this weekend. So, of course, it's dried up nicely. Greens are good. I was out there talking to my superintendent, Kyle Brooks, and he was getting them rolled and mowed and getting them ready for you guys this morning. So I think pins are going to be okay. I don't think he's going too nuts with pins.
You didn't put anything tricky
I
out there?
I don't think so. But I will say out here, it's actually the ones that you think are easy are the tough ones.
1, 2, 3. I'm thinking 4. No, is it 5? The little short par 3 over the water.
That's 5.
That's 5.
I don't think there is an easy pin on that hole though.
No.
So because the green kind of slopes back to front, and then you have the water in front. So I've seen if the greens get too slick, I've actually seen people putt them back into the water. So I don't think we did that to you guys today, though. So Scott,
that's nice of you.
You can show up at tomorrow's show and not look like you just gained the 15 years that you you lost this morning.
I tell you what, it's been fantastic. I mean, I seriously,
Instead
I
of
was
hot tub time machine is golf time machine.
Yeah, I was driving up here this morning and I left Huntsville and I was like, man, you could see the skies just kind of clear a little bit. And I'm like, this is going to be a fantastic day.
Now I'm going to ask you a broad question. So for people that this is our third annual event, for people that have come now, we'll be here for the third, for all three, or even last year. I know there was a lot of cosmetic changes y'all were trying to make to the course a year ago. What's changed the most from that last year's event to this year course wise?
I would say little detail stuff. I mean, you'll notice around tee boxes and stuff like that, it's not, you know, we actually have a little bit of rhyme or reason for things.
Yeah.
And you actually don't have to worry about driving over the bridges anymore because those got redone over the winter.
Sweet.
So,
wow. Yeah, they did.
I know anytime I drove over I was worried about how many chicken biscuits I ate that morning.
Lord,
they were a little rickety.
Gotcha.
But those got redone this winter. So that's probably, I mean, if you're going to talk about what's going to stand out, that's probably, I mean, just because it's so big and
last year we didn't have a real great growing season, if I remember right. You told us, and the tee boxes were the benefit.
Yeah, we got winter kill last year that we came out. I mean, we're still, I mean, like I said before, everything's evolving, right? I mean, we're in a golf course that every day you try to make better and better and better. So there's always stuff for us to do. But we did get hit hard with that winter kill last year and kind of came out of it. And we got some more sod work that we're going to do this spring. And, you know, we're just continuing to make the ridge the place for everybody, because that's what we want it to be. We want it to be that working class. We want it to be that the guy that never thought he could be a member anywhere. We want him to know, or her to know, that this is the place for them. I mean, you're going to not have to worry about taking your hat off in the clubhouse. I mean, heck, I'm just making sure Drew's got pants on today, but he's doing pretty good. But
we like it when he shows up with pants on.
Yeah.
We prefer him to show up with pants on.
I don't know where this came from, but hey.
Well, I mean, it's warmer, you know, it just.
You did freeze out here one time with shorts on.
You were full shorts on now.
Yes, but it's yes.
I prepared. I had short sleeves with pants.
But we make it fun. We make it, you know, very laid back. I mean, it's a laid back culture. I mean, we get these Chick-fil-A biscuits in front of us, but that's kind of our mentality. We try to do that Chick-fil-A mentality where customer service is huge for us. But if you haven't come out here, if you haven't gave us a shot, definitely give us a shot this spring and summer. And then these tournaments like this are great ways to find golf courses too, right? I mean, so you come out here and play an event and you end up falling in love with the place. Next thing I know, I got a member out of it. So
look,
you're going to get 4 new members today, hopefully.
Yes. Yeah, well, in this clubhouse, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's now a TV everywhere.
There is, yes. So one of the things when I first got here was I didn't even know the place was open when I walked in. So one of the things I want to make sure when someone steps foot through these doors, that they know we're open, that they know that they're going to be able to get serviced. And no better way to do that than have a bunch of sports going on around the clubhouse. So.
So did you enjoy the Masters this year?
I did. Yes. I had very high expectations for that Sunday. And
that back nine was unreal. Man.
Yeah, it was. I was talking to Adam, actually. He's been on your show before.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it. It didn't meet my expectations because my expectations changed about 3 holes in. And I kind of knew that Bryson just didn't have it that day. So then I was looking for, okay, what's the next story that's going to be told? And Rory, I mean, kudos for him for winning. But, man, his heart rate had to have been going up and down, up and down, up and down. And, you know, he hit some shots that should be remembered forever, and he actually missed some shots that could have had a chance to be remembered forever.
There was a couple, like on 13, I'm having John Vandevelde British Open like thoughts, like, oh my God, here we go. But he recovered. It was pretty amazing, the roller coaster, and then the mental toughness he showed.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it shows how those guys are, you know, when someone's like, oh, how much athletes are golfers, right?
They're totally athletes, yeah.
I mean, basically, he had 5 hours of sitting there, 3 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, needs to hit a grand slam to win. He had 5 hours of that pressure on him the whole entire time. So I definitely kudos to him. And kudos for the other guys fighting in it. I mean, Justin Rose.
Oh, that was tremendous.
You know, he birdied, I think, 6 of the last 10 holes or something like that to kind of put himself back in contention. And then, you know, Patrick Reed did the same thing. Where he hit some clutch shots. So golf is good right now. I mean, and it's it's like I said, it was the kind of the kickoff to the season, so it was a great way to kick off.
Well,
the
and
season.
it was almost a 3-way deal until Oberg like imploded on the 18th hole.
Yeah, and and the Augusta can do that. So, but Scott, let's just not don't have that Oberg.
No moment today out there. We're going to be good.
Yeah.
We're going to be good.
I would love to give you the membership because that's an easy transition for me.
Oh boy.
Oh, but then I'd have to be the member and the member guest, not the guest and the member guest.
Yeah, true.
But
then you can have Drew play with you.
I suck. Okay. I'd be more of Scott's caddy, I guess.
we have the party hole for Drew to hang out
there we go.
There we go. You can get a massage and a broad or something out there at the party hole.
There we go.
All right, we got to get a break in. Pete, thank you so much for kicking it off with us.
Got today. Drew,
congratulations on the continued involvement of this place.
Yes. This is great. And thank you for helping. Those are fantastic.
Yes.
We got to get a break in. We're live from Cherokee Ridge. It's Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
One accident on the board, Jeff Road, south of Carter's Gin. That one reported as a no injury. And they've started construction on the roundabout at Huntsville Browns Ferry and Burr Green. So they'll have detours in place for that one for quite a while. You could lose up to 4 sizes in 4 weeks with the 2030 Fast Track Weight Loss Program. Find out more at 2030huntsville.com. Captain Nick in the Valley Skywatch Traffic Center.
Have you ever turned your back on God? Have you ever absolutely known the right thing to do and just turned around and walked away in disobedience? I know that I have. Aren't we thankful for our great and merciful God who loves us and forgives us and remembers our sin no more? I'm so thankful that his mercies are fresh every day. I need that, and I suspect you do too. Hey, I'm John Dees, pastor of Cross Point Church, and if you're looking for a church home, come see us. We're smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison, and check us out at cpcfamily.org.
Hi, folks. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, inviting you to come test drive any one of our over 100 F-150s. From rock-solid, dependable work trucks to our state-of-the-art Platinum Series, we've got an F-150 for you. Test drive one today, and you'll understand why the F-150 is the best-selling truck in America, going on 48 years in a row. Just as successful offenses and defenses are built on teamwork, Woody Anderson Ford is powered by our people. Our sales and service teams are well trained to save you time and money. And because we want your business again and again, no one will work harder to earn it. Our mobile service teams come to your home or business for oil changes, brake work, tire rotations, and more. And the great thing is you don't pay extra for it. We come to you with mobile service at no extra charge. Proud to be local, family-owned, and at your service for over 62 years. Woody Anderson Ford, Alabama's F-150 Superstore.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where AFS comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at afsrepair.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com.
Are you tired of power outages disrupting your life? It's time for a Generac standby generator from Current Electrical. Storms may rage outside, but inside your family's powered up. So why choose Current Electrical for your generator needs? 1, we offer a wide range of models to suit every budgeted energy requirement. 2, our project managers handle every step of the process: power, gas, permitting, and inspections. 3, our certified technicians install your generator with precision, ensuring peace of mind. Don't wait for the next blackout. Call 256-880-1880 or visit us online at jetsuperstore.com.
There's the phone and no one to answer.
256-576-4977.
And as a result, we got many, many phone calls and letters.
Give us a call on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline today. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
That's okay. There you go. Welcome back. Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Scott Tyson, Drew DeArmond. We are live from Cherokee Ridge. Oh, what a beautiful day it is so far. Beautiful day for the third annual Eagle Insulation 97.7 ESPN, The Zone Charity Golf Classic here at Cherokee Ridge. All of it benefits the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So we are proud to be a part of this third year for it, and it'll parlay into, we will present a check to the Make-A-Wish Foundation later at our Rocket City Awards, where we honor the best high school athletes in North Alabama. And so it all kind of leads in. Pete was talking about how this jump starts their run of golf tournaments. This kind of jump starts our run for the off season. We have this, and that'll lead into the Rocket City Awards. And I tell you what, high school baseball ongoing right now. You got state soccer playoffs ongoing right now. Mm-hmm. It's a busy time on the high school level.
Yeah, it really is. And shout outs to a couple of our 7A programs. Bob Jones, I think there's a fifth straight 7A Area 8 title. Seventh time in 8 years. They've won 30 games. As Jared Smith's squad has finished off James Clemens, another great team, another great
series there between James Clemens and Bob Jones.
You know, Bob Jones got it done, but you know, they're that's two. I mean, don't forget they met in the semifinals last year in 7A against each other.
Yep.
And shout out to Jeremy Brown and the Grissom Tigers, 7A Area 7 champs. They beat the Huntsville Panthers to win their second straight 7A Area 7 title, and they got a tough matchup in the first round coming up on Friday at Tiger Field. They got to take on the Hoover Bucks, and who coaches the Hoover Bucks?
Oh, Adam Mosley.
Home.
Yeah,
Adam Mosley.
Former Grissom Tiger head coach. Left Grissom to go to Hoover.
That's right, many years ago, over a decade ago. So he's going to bring his Bucks into town. So that's going to be a great series. Shout out to
and a lot's changed since he's come back. Because remember, when he coached at Grissom, it was the old Grissom on Bailey Cove, and the old fields there. And now Grissom, obviously, in a new location, new baseball fields.
Our great friends at New Hope, Andrew Dennis, they win in 10 innings in Game 3 to win their series and win their first round series. So huge win in 4A play for New Hope. To get to the second round and take on Etowah and a power in 4A baseball. So, but for AD and what he's been doing with that program, former Huntsville Crimson Panther and a state champion, but man, that's huge for that New Hope community. It's been a gradual build for him over there, getting that program back, and they had a huge win as well. So
Madison Academy knocked off Douglas in their series. Right. They won that 2-0. Mm-hmm. Russellville, you want to talk about a power, that they're a baseball juggernaut. They get through Arab 2-0 in their series, so they are through. Those are Class 5A. Class 6A, Hartselle wins their first round series. Coleman wins their first round series against Hazel Green. Buckhorn, Fort Payne, they both win their opening round series in Class 6A, 2-0. So sweeps there for Buckhorn and Fort Payne. So, I mean, the list goes on as far as high school baseball. Madison County takes care of Good Hope 2-0. So several of our teams moving on in high school baseball, and we'll get through more of them as the week goes along.
And then 7A, as you mentioned, they don't get started till this Friday, just because there's not as many schools. And then they have their regular season last one more week with their series. And so, but again, we're going to be monitoring all of our local teams and Bob Jones trying to repeat as 7A state champions. Jared Smith and his group won that last year and finished nationally ranked.
All right, 256-576-4977. Just because we're here at the golf course and we're talking about the charity golf tournament and everything doesn't mean you can't call in, because there is plenty to lead into for the week. And a lot of that is dealing with you have the NFL draft and you still have the transfer portal evolving in college football. It is official. GoVols 24/7 yesterday did say it's official that Nico Iamaleava is informed the Bruins of their current quarterbacks of the pending addition. So we worst kept secret, I guess you could say, but officially headed to UCLA. We can get that out of the way.
Well, and again, that's in the negative, and really, in a lot of ball fans, I think it's positive because he was overrated as hell anyway. But anyway, Nico Molly Moneybags, he's moved on to UCLA. Good luck with that. Yeah, they were 5-7 last year. This ain't, he ain't going to the Taj Mahal. But and I think he's got less money too, but we'll see. And then, of course, on a positive side for Rick Barnes, they get maybe the top high school senior left on the high school basketball scene, right. Nate Ament, McDonald's All-American, top 10 player in the country, combo forward, and he chooses the balls, and that he may very well be their Chaz Lanier, this year. I know they're known for going out in the portal and snagging guys, and they've done that the last couple of years. But Nate Ament from the high school ranks is likely to be a one and done. That's a heck of a get for Tennessee to snag him.
All right. Obviously, the other big topic going on, and we'll start to dab a little bit in it each and every day. Because on Thursday it all gets started in Green Bay, and that is the NFL draft. First round will be there, then you got your second round and stuff, and it's a big made-for-TV extravaganza now. And obviously the debate, and it has been the debate, is who goes number one, who do the Tennessee Titans pick, where do they go, where does Jalen Milroe fall, how far he will fall. But here is something to think about. We are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're 3 days away from getting all of this started. This is the closest to the start of the NFL draft with no trades for first round pick in the common draft era.
Man,
the Joe Montana trade back in 1993 came 5 days before the draft. Remember that one when San Francisco traded him to Kansas City.
Young was taking over.
Yep. This year, that was the last. That was the fewest and the closest to the NFL draft that we've had a trade for. That was it. We've not had this year. Now has surpassed that. So no trades right now. So we are the closest to the start of the draft with 0 trades for the first time, and this is the closest we've ever been in history.
Well, I mean, I've said this on the Blitz, and I'll say it on this show. The Tennessee Titans don't need to be taking any Cam Ward. I don't think he's worth taking number one.
Pass on Cam Ward.
I'd pass on him. Hell yeah. I know who I'd take. I'd take Travis Hunter. I think he's the best player in the draft. He can play both ways. I think he is capable of doing that. I think he's dynamic. You've already got Calvin Ridley, who you've invested in. You've already got some weapons on that football team. Your defense actually was one of the top 5 in the NFL last year. So here's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm going to draft Travis Hunter, and then I'm going to trade. I'm going to call the Falcons. They got to take on $20 million of his salary, but that's nothing compared to what you pay for a top line starting quarterback. And I'm getting Kirk Cousins. Because Kirk Cousins can still play. I'm sorry.
Buy you 1 or 2 years?
Yeah, I'm going to buy 1 or 2 years. I'm going to get rid of mayonnaise in his coffee or whatever. He can be the backup. He doesn't play. And so, I mean, I'm sorry. He's not that good. I haven't been impressed with Will Levis since he got to Kentucky. Since I know the guy that's banned is probably still listening and probably mad, but I don't care. He's not that good. He's not a good player. And I'm going to get Kirk Cousins, and I'm trying to win now. Okay. I'm trying to. And my organization is building a new stadium. And I'm trying to win now. Okay.
Right.
I mean, my God, Callahan is in his second year as head coach. If he doesn't win, they're going to fire him. Okay. So I'm trying to win as fast as I can. And I know Kirk Cousins has never won a Super Bowl, but he's a hell of a lot better than anybody they've got in that room. And the Falcons don't want it. So go get him for cheap and draft Travis Hunter with the first pick, sell that to your fans, have a dynamic player that can play both ways. That's what I'm doing. Okay. I'm not taking Cam Ward. I'm sorry. I mean, he's probably a top 10, top 15 pick, but I ain't taking him number 1. Okay, this ain't Jaden Daniels we're talking about here.
Right.
This is somebody that quit on his team in a bowl game because he had a hangnail or something. I'm not doing it. Okay, I mean, he couldn't even get Miami to the playoffs in the crap league. I mean, they lost to Georgia Tech or whatever the hell they did. I mean, he was playing in the Bush leagues.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
He couldn't even get Miami to the playoffs. Okay. I'm sorry. That tells me something. This guy played an incarnate word. I mean, he's worked his way up, but I'm sorry.
Right.
He did not win a championship. So I'm going with Kirk Cousins, who's got skins on the wall, and I'm gonna draft a dynamic player to sell my fans because I'm building the new stadium and I need to get going in the right direction and stop this toilet football that they've got going on in Nashville. That's what I'm doing.
7:30 on a Monday morning. We got to get a break in. When we come back, we'll find out where you would take Jalen Milroe and Lane Kiffin.
Or if I would at all.
Lane Kiffin had some interesting things to say about himself, sobriety and drinking. We'll let you hear what he had to say. No, it's eye-opening. It really is.
I listened to it. I saw from Milroe this weekend. If you want to talk about the eye-opening and alcohol.
Yeah, we'll talk all about that. We're live from Cherokee Ridge for our golf tournament. We'll start talking about that some more as well. You never know who's going to stop by.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Emily Owen. Rain and a few thunderstorms for the rest of this Monday night. Low temperature is going to be falling into the lower 60s. Heading into our Tuesday, rain and a few thunderstorms remain in the forecast, about an 80% chance of rain. High temperatures warming into the mid-70s for the afternoon. We'll keep rain in the forecast through at least Tuesday night. I'm Fox 54 meteorologist Emily Owen on your home for ESPN Radio 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Got an injury wreck now, Capshaw and Lynch Road, and they've started construction on a roundabout, Huntsville, Browns Ferry, and Burgreen. Be ready for detours there. Summer temps are here. Don't get caught without air. D&L Refrigeration can check your system before it's too late. Discounts for military, law enforcement, and seniors. 256-652-1207. State license 08091. Captain Nick in the Valley Skywatch Traffic Center.
The sound of the organ. The crack of the bat.
It is gone.
The sight of watching the ball go over the wall. And the taste of peanuts and Cracker Jacks. There's nothing like it. It's America's pastime. From the first pitch to the final out, you can hear every game right here on your home for Alabama baseball.
Your home of the Alabama Crimson Tide is 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
The company is Eagle Masonry and Insulation, but did you know they're also Eagle Landscaping and Dirt Work? Eagle can take care of all your landscaping needs, including irrigation, sod work, and planting, both plants and trees. On the dirt work side, Eagle can grade and build your pads, haul dirt in or out, and even do erosion control. Philip Love and his team can do it all for you. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Is your concrete sinking? Whether it's your driveway, sidewalk, or patio, those uneven surfaces are not just ugly, they're dangerous. That's where AFS comes in, a groundworks company. They use state-of-the-art concrete lifting solutions to prevent tripping hazards, and they're the best at what they do. Schedule your free inspection at afsrepair.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Hi, this is Wes Neighbors. I'm here with Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Sam, tell the folks about Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Hey, Wes. Our company, Fleming Roofing and Restoration, specializes in commercial and residential roofing and repairs. I'm a fifth-generation Huntsvillian, and our family's been doing construction business in Huntsville area since 1965.
Sam, what kind of roofs does Fleming Roofing and Restoration do?
Our guys are skilled enough. We can come out and address any kind of leaks or issues you might have on your commercial, on your metal roofing, on your your shingles, we can do anything, and we can offer you a solution to repair it, or we can replace it.
But you guys also do insurance restoration.
Our staff has 10 plus years of experience as insurance adjusters, and we really do know the inside and out of the claims process at Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Check out Fleming Roofing and Restoration online at FlemingHSV.com, or you can call or text them at 256-651-9440.
Hey, Wes, we show up.
Football season and Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. The perfect combination of good times and great food. This season, score big with one of our chef-inspired expressions of pure burger amazingness. Our delicious burgers are made with premium Angus beef, and you can pair it with one of our signature cocktails or a cold craft beer from our huge selection. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville, and our new location at Cliff Farm, Highway 72 in Madison.
Sports Talk, 24/7, 365. Your full-time sports station.
You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work.
Is 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Doesn't anyone do any work around this joint anymore?
Heat is on the street.
There we are.
Perfect time.
You bet. 7:36 on a Monday morning. Safe travels into work, into school, wherever you may be headed. Your forecast for today is looking good right now for the most part. It's
Fingers
mostly
crossed,
cloudy, high of
toes crossed.
77. Remember,
Man, that breeze feels good.
it does feel good. And right now is a great time to call Talon Heating and Air. 256-503-4490, TalonHVAC.com. Let them get in there. Your air conditioned. I mean, if you're like us, we've had to flip it on for the first time this weekend because it got a little stuffy in the house.
Yeah, I mean, mine was kicking off and on.
Had to flip it on. So sometimes those air conditioners need they need maintenance. They need repair. They need some love too.
Here we go.
They need some love.
Don't run into ditches, everybody.
You can give them some love. Talon Heating and Air, 256-503-4490.
Oh, by the way, our resourceful producer, and we're wearing 60 different hats today, John Abraham. Happy birthday to him yesterday, by the way, on Easter.
On Easter. My dad's birthday was on Easter as well yesterday.
There you go.
And my mom said, well, it's a shame that your birthday was on Easter. You kind of got robbed. And he's like, I loved it. He goes, because everybody came out to the house. He goes, everyone came out for Easter, but it was also my birthday. So I got to see everybody. Everybody was there. He goes, it was a win-win situation. So he loved it. He thought it was a great time. That's Bulldog Johnny, by the way.
Oh, okay.
When he calls in the show.
Cool.
Sometimes now, the good thing about this is you put names with faces.
Oh, yeah, that's a great thing, man.
So you
Bulldog
get to
Johnny. Good to see Bulldog Johnny.
You get to see.
He's got to be happy. I mean, they were like really active in the portal yesterday, man.
They've been active. There's been a lot of teams. Is there anybody that's kind of surprised you the most as far as portal grabs go?
Nah, just Nico Molly Moneybags. That imploded, and that was a little bit surprising. Not shocking, but a little surprising that ultimately that he left for less money to go to the crap hole.
He went. He went to. I tell you right now. I mean, if you're looking at coaches, I'm sure in the hell would love to have Josh Heupel be my coach versus dude out of UCLA, Deshaun Foster. Yeah.
Just replay that press conference last year, man.
We're in the Big
Ten media days. One of the worst I've ever heard. Probably worse than Mike Price at Alabama.
Their offense was one of the worst. It's rolling, baby. It's rolling.
Wow.
It's rolling.
Jake Mathis almost fell out of his chair. That's some bad memories,
it's
man.
Rolling,
some bad
baby.
Memories.
It's rolling.
Yeah, I mean, people getting all over Kalen DeBoer, but can you imagine? Good.
The
Lord.
greatest coach to never coach a game at the University of Alabama. The greatest coach to never coach a game.
There was no X back then in Twitter. Good God.
Oh, he lost the spring game. His only game that he coached.
It was atrocious.
I was there for that spring game, by the way.
That's one of them I didn't go to. I heard it was atrocious.
I was there for the spring game. Well, I mean, as far as spring games go, it was what you would expect. I mean, it was a new coaching staff at the time. It was, but he was going to be in over his heads. We talked a lot about Brian Harsin coming from the West Coast and having to adapt to the SEC, and that was the whole fear with Kalen DeBoer coming from Washington, having to adjust to the SEC. Would he be able to do it? How would he handle his time? And remember, I mean, when Mike Price came to Alabama, there wasn't a lot of Twitter. There wasn't a lot of Facebook. There wasn't a lot of social media going
Thank
around.
God for him. I mean, geez. He landed on his feet at UTEP, and he got rid of his glasses. Remember that? He had like LASIK surgery or something. That was crazy.
Oh.
Now, he did lose a lot.
Well, he went to UTEP.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're 100%. You're 100% correct.
Oh, yeah. Our resourceful producer is the great Joe Hunt.
He is. He is. He's back. He's stuck at the big old ranch. Brandon is with us on the phone lines. Good morning, Brandon.
Brandon, your boy Jay's here in your stead, man. So he's already here, ready to roll. He's already had a chicken biscuit.
All right, just tell them don't have too many going across those bridges. We don't want any.
Yeah, well, sound like the bridges got rebuilt.
No, the bridges did get redone. I tell you what. So you go on.
Sound like the bridges are A1 now, man.
Yeah, you get on 10. You go to 10 and 11. 10, you cross one. 11, you cross one. And I was out there the other day, and they are fantastic. They are in great shape. They're wow. They are awesome. It's fantastic out there right now.
Yep.
Well, speaking of crossing bridges, there was some basketball awards given out last week.
Yes, there was.
The High School Athletic Association. Yep.
Yep.
And the Miss Basketball Award was won for the second time, for the first time ever, by the same person in consecutive years.
Yep.
It's happened on the men's side a few times, but Ace Austin making some more history.
Yeah, that'll be her last one on the way out the door, and we are so proud of her.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, I tell you what, that as far as the women's or the girls' award goes for Miss Basketball, that was probably that was a no-brainer. I mean, this year, I mean, that was going into it. That was just
both
a
of them were, to be honest. As soon as Hoover went undefeated, Dwayne Brown headed to Tennessee, and then Ace Austin won a state champion for the third straight time. They were the easy votes to me.
There was no surprise
for Mr. and Miss Basketball.
Well, we're very proud of her. She got that one on the way out the door, which is, I guess, just more riches on the pile. And I tried to figure out how to get her dad up there for y'all's golf tournament today.
Oh,
his schedule just wouldn't allow it. And maybe next year we can get him up there and get a team up. Maybe we can get the coach from Pisgah and a few other people all on the same scramble team and see what we can come up with. May even be sponsored by myself. You never know. So we'll put that out there. But I'm watching Saturday, and I know who watch the UFL or whatever league it is, but I'm sitting here watching a team, and Max Duggan from TCU.
Oh,
he drives his team all the way down to the goal line and is ready to score and throws 100-yard pick six in the other direction.
Oh.
With like
UFL football.
I didn't even know it was on TV.
Oh, it's being played on those weekends. Man.
Okay. Is it? I didn't know.
I got a friend. He records the Birmingham Stallions.
Really?
God bless him.
Records them.
Yeah. Got to have something to watch, I guess, man. I'm in a cable dispute myself.
Are you?
Yeah.
What dispute are you in?
I'm with Comcast.
Are you going to war with Comcast?
Yes, because I mean the Braves switched to FanDuel. Because FanDuel brought out Bally.
Right.
Last year, for years since I've lived in my condo, had two Bally Sports. One was Southeast for the Braves, and had the other channel.
Right.
Now I've got two FanDuel channels, the exact same channel. It's horse racing, and I'm supposed to pay for FanDuel Sports Southeast to watch the Braves. That's complete horse manure. That's not going to happen.
So you have planted your flag, and you're making a stand.
It's got to be the Sports Southeast where I can watch the Braves. That's crap.
Red flag.
Red flag. Yes.
There we go.
Absolutely. I mean, come on, let's go. Get with it.
Gone are the days of TBS.
Yeah, it's sad.
I know. You know what?
Sad,
I miss TBS and I miss WGN.
And now it's no more TNT NBA too. After these playoffs,
I miss that.
Sad.
Yeah, I did get a text from Josh Hensel, the assistant basketball coach at UAH, and he tells me that we better be talking NBA all week.
What?
Yeah, he's giving us a hard time. He's like, because the NBA playoffs have started.
I mean, I did see that LeBron got beat by 25 and flopped a couple of times. Got mad at the ref. But what else? What else is LaFlop going to do?
Yeah, someone got beat by 51 last night as well.
Yeah. I think that was the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, no, the Grizzlies. Yeah, they did get beat by 51. You're right.
They got a 50 ball.
50.
All right.
50 ball.
So,
All right, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon. Thanks for the phone call, bud.
What's up?
NBA or UFL? If you had to choose between which one you were going to watch.
NBA.
Oh, God almighty.
At least it's relevant.
I would watch, I guess, the Celtics in the NBA.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't watch anybody else.
Well, it's a good thing to watch pool on a Saturday. Roll Tide.
No.
Roll Tide.
Your good friend Freddie Kirby sent me a text.
Okay, what'd he say?
He said we need a foursome.
Yeah.
He said we need a foursome of Steeler Mike, B Rich, Jeff from the Borough, and you playing golf.
No, I just take my club and beat Jeff over the head with it. That's all that would be.
Jeff from the Borough, B Rich, you, and Steeler Mike, so he can say Phil Jr. all day.
Well, I like it. Steeler Mike's a good dude.
Right.
I got no problem with that. No. Look, man, he's a good dude. It's fine. He's a Tennessee fan. That's it's a free country, and he comes on here. He talks sports. He talks positively, and again, he's a big. I got to give him credit. This is a diehard Pirates fan, and they haven't won anything in a long time. Okay,
no, they haven't been relevant really in a long time. They've not been.
I mean, a few years ago they made a little playoff run. But I'm telling you. He is a diehard stay with him fan. Oh, they got Paul Skeens right now. They got some juice. So
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing.
Oh, you're talking about Moneybag. You're talking about Jaden Moneybags. Yeah,
I just saw this. I just saw this.
He's visiting North Carolina.
Didn't he just already? Didn't he supposed to go to Western Kentucky?
That's what they said, but who knows? He's probably still trying to bleed it. Like, come on, man. Gio Lopez is going to be the starter there. Go away. You're like a bad used car, bro. Like you suck. Your 5-star status is nothing.
But not brought from University Kia, though, right?
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm just, he doesn't even. He's a
clunker.
Yeah, he's a clunker, man. That's what he needs to drive a lemon because that's what the hell he is. Oh, brutal.
I just saw this. He plans
now.
To
I'm getting a text. Somebody would help me beat Jeff. There you go.
That might be the most entertaining foursome we've ever put together. Be Rich, Drew, Jeff,
and now you just gave me that vote. Now we got another listener.
Yeah,
that's voting for the NHL playoffs over the NBA.
The NHL over the NBA,
because they're going on right now.
All right, we got to get a break in. We got to get one in. You never know who's going to stop by.
You never know.
You never know. We got some guests that are they're late arriving. They're supposed to be here, coming up here in a little bit. So
you got Army in the house too, Paul Angeheski.
Yep. So we got a lot of stuff going on. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone, Talking Ball. We're live from Cherokee Ridge on a Monday.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Got an injury wreck at Capshaw and Lynch Road. We just got one reported in Hartselle. It's got a minor injury. It's Main and Sloss, but I think most of it's off in a parking lot there. Watch for roundabout construction, Huntsville, Browns Ferry, and Burr Green. Officers, construction workers, and first responders put their lives on the line each time they step on the roadway. You can make it safer for them. Slow down or move over. It's the law. Captain Nick in the Valley Skywatch Traffic Center.
Where's the best place for sports? What about the best place for wings? If you answered Jefferson's for both, you're right. Jefferson's is also a great place for value. Every Monday, kids eat free with the purchase of an adult meal, and teachers bring your teacher ID, and you eat free every first Tuesday of the month up to $15. At Newmarket, Jefferson's will be opening a new location at 2190 County Road 65 very soon. Jefferson's, best place for sports, best place for wings. Hampton Cove, and soon in Newmarket.
Would you call a plumber for a root canal? The same goes for selling your Timberland or farm. Choose someone who understands your property and can help you on the front end so you can capitalize on the back end. I am Bo Butler with Southland Realty and Auction. As a guide, I have put many hunters in position to take a shot. It's time for you to take your shot. Let's talk about putting you in position to sell your property. Call me at 256-609-0512. Remember, Bo knows land.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where AFS comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at afsrepair.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com.
Forgiveness. Wow, what a word. What a gift. All of us have done things in our lives that we regret. All of us have done things that are disobedient. All of us have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Thank God for his forgiveness. Thank God that he separates our sins as far as the east is from the west and remembers them no more. Hey, I'm John Dees, pastor at Cross Point Church, smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison. Check us out at cpcfamily.org.
Are you tired of power outages disrupting your life? It's time for a Generac standby generator from Current Electrical. Storms may rage outside, but inside your family's powered up. So why choose Current Electrical for your generator needs? 1, we offer a wide range of models to suit every budgeted energy requirement. 2, our project managers handle every step of the process: power, gas, permitting, and inspections. 3, our certified technicians install your generator with precision, ensuring peace of mind. Don't wait for the next blackout. Call 256-880-1880 or visit us online at jetsuperstore.com.
This segment of Talkin' Ball is brought to you by University Kia, the #1 volume Kia dealer in the state of Alabama. Located online at universitykia.com.
Hey, I'm on vacation every single day because I love my occupation.
Welcome back in Talking Ball 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Scott Tyson, Drew DeArmond, welcome back into the show. And
we're certainly not on vacation.
We've been just kind of free balling this one all day.
Well, this is free flow radio sometimes.
Sometimes the way it is, but we've got people coming. I mean, there's we're going to talk to our Savannah. We got to talk to her.
Yep.
From the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and we got to get them on. And then I believe Philip Love is here as well.
Gotcha. Yep.
I believe he's sitting right there. I think so. Because Eagle Insulation, part of
our
it,
main sponsors.
Yep, as well. So we've got a lot of people that we want to bring on here over the next hour and 7 minutes of the show.
Time
but again,
flies when you're having fun eating chicken biscuits.
yeah, that's what we're doing right now in between break. I got half of it done, but we were visiting and I had to get some water and stuff. But we're out here at Cherokee Ridge, the 97.7 ESPN The Zone. It's the Eagle Insulation 97.7 ESPN The Zone Charity Golf Classic, presented by obviously Eagle Insulation and us, and everything goes to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So it's been a great day. Our good friend McHedge Smith, UAH Chargers, Alan Sharp, both of them are playing out here today as well.
Hope we can catch up with them.
So they're both
had portal editions.
Yep, and they're both en route here this morning. So it's going to be some Cade Smith, the UAH athletic director. He too is going to be playing, so he too will be out here in a little bit. The Spraggy Awards are getting ready to go over there at UAH. I think tomorrow.
Is that tomorrow?
I think it's tomorrow or
It's
Wednesday.
You and Steve doing
Steve
that.
Moulton and I are taking care of that
The
one.
Spraggies.
The Spraggies. So we'll be out there at UAH. So it's going to be.
No, that's right. It's the 22nd tomorrow.
Yes, it's the 22nd. So that
So
is tomorrow
these
night at
Spraggies,
UAH. Yep, over there. So I mean, we got a lot of stuff.
Feel like Bob Hope and Ed McMahon doing it.
We were joking during one of the softball games that we wanted to do the Dumb and Dumber setup to where we wore the orange and blue tuxedos.
Oh, come on.
From Dumb and Dumber.
For UAA?
Yes.
Give me a come on. I mean, geez.
No.
Unless you had them white and they just changed the uniforms to white and blue than suits. You could still do the same bit, but I think UAH colors would be better instead of white and orange. Or blue and orange. I'm sorry, did you say blue and orange?
Yeah, from Dumb and Dumber. We were gonna do. That's what we were gonna do. Hey, I just found it.
There you go.
Well, Steve told me he sent me something.
Oh, gotcha.
And I said I didn't think it was there, but it's there. So
emails are funny, man.
Okay. There we go. Anyway, we've got all those in 256-576-4977. That's the number to the phone lines. You can join us this morning. Check-in is officially underway. We've got great gifts this year for the thing. I think that's what we have fun doing a lot of is figuring out what gifts to give away. So we've got the championship belts and we've also got backpacks this year for everybody that are filled with kind of goodies along the way. So, I mean, we're stepping it up a little bit this year.
Yep, we certainly are. It builds every year.
All right. We are just about done with hour number one. When we come back from hour number two, we'll have guests sitting here at the table. We also want to start getting you ready for the NFL draft, Major League Baseball. A lot of kind of stuff going on. I don't know if you saw the Max Fried situation there. A lot of people are reacting to what went on with Max Fried and the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah, the no-hitter,
it was a 3-0 lead at the time for the Yankees in the bottom half of the sixth. Tampa Bay with the grounder right there. I'm letting you see it. Error or hit?
That's an error. That's a major league first baseman there. You got to make that play.
Yeah. One more time for you to look at. Boom.
That's an error. That's not a freaking. It would have been probably a close play at first, but he definitely would have had a chance to get him out. That's an error, dude.
They changed it. It was originally ruled an error.
Yeah.
They changed it to a hit.
Yeah.
Therefore, the no-hitter goes away for Max Fried.
I don't agree with that. I mean, that looked like a butcher over there at first. Not good.
All right.
I mean, that's about as bad as the Detroit Tiger cat,
Armando Galarraga, the umpire calling the.
Yeah, calling him out. He called him safe.
Oh, called him safe.
And
yes,
he was clearly
instead
out.
of out. Yes,
and cost him a no-hitter on the last, out of the game.
And what's ironic about that? Remember, where did the Tampa Bay Rays play their games this year? Because Tropicana is damaged. Playing it at the home of the New York Yankees spring training facility.
Yeah.
Kind of ironic, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, when we come back, hour two, we'll get you ready. We'll start setting the table more for the upcoming NFL draft. We got to hear from Lane Kiffin, and we've got plenty of guys and gals going to stop by and visit with us here at Cherokee Ridge.
WCZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
SportsMed is the official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. And if the pros trust SportsMed, you can too. SportsMed provides every service you might need for complete orthopedic care, specializing in orthopedic surgery, sports medicine, joint replacement, spine surgery, neurosurgery, and podiatry. And they offer their own brace shop, in-house full-body MRI, physical therapy, walk-in clinic, and so much more. 4 locations and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
This hour brought to you by SportsMed Orthopedic and Spine Center. Online at sportsmedalabama.com. Welcome to Talkin' Ball with Scott Tyson and Drew DeArmond. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott and Drew.
The Braves roll into the 2025 season with a singular focus. Bring home the division title and remind the league what Atlanta is all about.
Swung on, driven to left center field and deep. That baby's out of here. Austin Riley. Trio to Olsen, and he powers one. Deep right center field to the wall. It's going to fly. It's a home run. Back-to-back homers.
97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
WCZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
SportsMed is the official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. And if the pros trust SportsMed, you can too. SportsMed provides every service you might need for complete orthopedic care, specializing in orthopedic surgery, sports medicine, joint replacement, spine surgery, neurosurgery, and podiatry. And they offer their own brace shop, in-house full-body MRI, physical therapy, walk-in clinic, and so much more. 4 locations and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
This hour brought to you by SportsMed Orthopedic and Spine Center. Online at sportsmedalabama.com. Welcome to Talkin' Ball with Scott Tyson and Drew DeArmond. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott and Drew.
As always, our good friends at SportsMed Orthopedic Surgery and Spine Center helping us kick off hour number 2. 256-881-5151 if you want to experience that SportsMed difference. Don't forget, we like to say it each and every day, they are the official medical providers for the Rocket City Trash Pandas and the UAH Chargers, which, by the way, you can hear right here on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone, Rocket City Trash Pandas on Talk Radio, WCZN, and then, of course, the UAH Chargers all season long right here on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. I'm just watching some of those you mentioned the Boston Celtics. So they've got their NBA highlights on right now. But 256-576-4977. If you want to join us here on the phone lines, you can join us here as we get ready for hour number 2. We're live from Cherokee Ridge, the 3rd annual. See, now we can say 3rd annual Eagle Insulation Charity Golf Classic here at Cherokee Ridge. This is the 3rd year we've been doing this. Can you believe that? 3rd year.
Time flies, but it's building every year. And hopefully, like I said, the weather shifted quite a bit. We're hearing now that if we have any rain, it may not be till 3 o'clock, which would be great for us. And it feels great right now. Great. It's mild. It's overcast.
Yeah.
A little bit of breeze. Very nice temperature. I mean, everything looks great so far. We've got, a lot of people milling around. A lot of our great sponsors are here already. And again, it should be a great event. We're really looking forward to it, and we're really excited.
So I mentioned earlier in the show that Lane Kiffin when he was at Alabama, look, he is the only he's the only coach to be fired by Nick Saban, right?
Assistant, yes.
Yes, as an assistant coach, he's the only one. And boy, we all know Lane Kiffin loves his partying back when he was coaching. He loves to stay out all night. I mean, Lane Kiffin loved to enjoy life, so to speak, right?
And he sure did.
Well, Lane Kiffin sat down the other day with The Pivot. It's video podcast type of show.
Ryan Clark.
Yep.
The Gator, Fred Taylor, people like that.
Yep. And he opened up, Lane Kiffin opened up on his sobriety. And take a listen to this. This is some interesting stuff.
To me, it's getting sober, not just physically, but having emotional sobriety.
Right.
I know.
And
I know.
it's one thing just to not drink. It's another thing to get yourself really figured out and really calm and really like having emotional sobriety. I can deal with these things. I can let them go. I can figure out how to deal with them. And I just got to a point where I was like, man, I'm not the best version of myself. I am not. And, we lose a game or this bad thing, or win a game, like, oh, I'm going to go have drinks, I'm going to eat bad. I'm not going to work out. And I started gaining weight. I just felt like, man, this isn't the full me. Like, and I really didn't start as like, I'm never going to drink thing. I was like, I'm going on a cleanse diet. And it was like no red meat, no bread, no alcohol. Then I did it long enough and I was like, man, I feel amazing. Why would I go back? And now it's 4 years without drinking and working out all the time, eating really well. And it's just, I'm the best version of myself. And I owe that.
There you go. That's Lane Kiffin opening up on his sobriety. 4 years without having a drink. He's changed his diet. He's changed a lot of things about himself.
Still loses to Kentucky, but I still think he has ADHD when he coaches sometimes. But hey, but in all seriousness,
no, I mean he's
made a lot of
he made a lot of bad choices. He made a lot of bad choices.
And back in 2016 when he got let go by Nick Saban, that was probably rock bottom for him. Even though he ended up going to FAU and having success,
right?
He was dropped in the middle of a national championship run, an undefeated team, and Steve Sarkisian took over for him. So, but again, I just think overall, when you look at it, he's done a really good job at Ole Miss, got the fan base really excited. I do think they missed on a golden opportunity last year, though, because I thought via the portal that they put together as good a roster as anyone. And it was very, very capable of winning an SEC title and even doing damage and winning a national championship potentially. And I know the other day we had that debate on the show where I said they were one of the 6 teams, in my opinion, that would never win the SEC or a national title.
Yes.
And that group actually had a chance to. Now, I don't know if they'll ever have a roster like that again. We'll see, but
it's easier now. But it's easier in today's college football world to assemble a roster like that, though, right?
We'll see. I don't necessarily believe that because there's a lot of teams that are going to be active in the portal, and look, man, you lose coaches now every year that move on. You lose players,
right?
And if they had been able to keep Quinshon Judkins, which they decided not to, he helped Ohio State win a championship. I don't know, man. And then we all know changes are coming to college football. So I just think the window with this on these the NIL with no repercussions, the non-salary cap from the standpoint of the revenue sharing, all that's coming. So sometimes I think it's going to make it harder in a lot of ways in the coming years when they tweak things. So I think Ole Miss missed a golden opportunity because they had a great football team. I mean, they had studs everywhere. For once, they had a defensive line, and they had a defense that was capable of stopping people. And that's why I'm not a Jackson Dart guy. Jackson Dart, when the money was on the table, he didn't come through. He's a good player, but I sure as hell wouldn't invest a first-round pick in
Well, there are some people now. Chase Daniel,
former Missouri quarterback, NFL QB.
Asked a scouting director over the weekend.
Yeah.
Okay. Scouting director, number one, though, said he could see. Now, this was telling Chase Daniel that he could see Jackson Dart being the second quarterback taken. He says, no knock on Shador, but Dart has a stronger arm, is a bigger man, has more mobility, and he sees him as a more polished Drew Lock.
Well, is Drew Lock even a starter?
No.
Okay, that answers that question. I mean, I would take Shador over Jackson Dart just simply because he got to live in hell beat out of him and kept playing. If he had been at Ole Miss, hell, they might have won the national championship.
Right.
He can actually consistently make the right read. He can actually take a hit. He had to play well for his team to have a chance in Hades because he didn't have the offensive line. Ole Miss didn't have a great O-line. It was better than Colorado, and they had a much better defense behind him too. I mean, he was surrounded by much better talent. Sans Travis Hunter. Now, Travis Hunter's a stud.
Right. Well,
I'm just saying,
Bruce
Colorado
Feldman,
was not surrounded.
Bruce Feldman spoke to 24 NFL coaches.
Right.
Okay. And personnel to delve into what has caught their attention as the NFL draft approaches. And I quote, this was one of the quotes. This is such a bad quarterback class. I think they're all developmental guys.
I don't disagree with that.
And throw Jalen Milroe in that conversation.
He has to be thrown into that. He's the biggest project in the entire draft, in my opinion, because he is an athletic freakazoid, but everything from the neck up. I mean, I don't know. I think this quote's legit, but I just wanted to read the quote that I found this weekend. And some people don't live in proper reality, man. I got to read this. This is from Jalen Milroe.
Right.
Jalen Milroe said, what separates him from the rest of the class is his ability to process information quickly and play faster than his opponents. The most important thing that I have is being a problem solver via pro football PFT. Pro football talk. Yeah. Being cool, calm, collected, being disciplined in my reads.
Disciplined in his reads. You love that part, right? You love that part.
I thought he was drunk, but anyway, not being one-dimensional. Yes, everyone likes to mention my utilization of my legs, but I believe I just play one step faster than my opponents when it comes to the passing game and the running game. I know that's a superpower that other people do not have.
Right.
So he's Superman, and they went 9-4.
9-4.
And he lost to Vandy.
Yes.
And he lost to a horrendous Oklahoma team.
Yes.
It was below 500.
Yes.
Yeah. And he lost.
And a lot of those mistakes.
3 turnovers for him in the first half.
Yep. A lot of those mistakes that were made were.
He lost to a Michigan team with half the team sitting out. I'm sorry. Some people do not live in reality. I mean, superhuman superpowers.
But okay. But let me ask you this, though.
I mean,
remember our good friend Mike Detillier, who, by the way, will join us on Wednesday.
Yep.
Okay. Has said that a lot of this talk and even these quotes from players.
Yeah.
These are all agent stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, Jalen Milroe most likely said that, but his agent was the one to get that out in front of people. His agent does a good job of doing this.
Try to say that I'm the best player in the draft. They're always trying to be positive.
That is my point. They're trying to spin this. They're trying to get themselves. They're trying to keep themselves in the light. Their agent is doing a good job of keeping them in the light at this time. That's what their agents are supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is what Jalen Milroe is supposed to do leading into this draft, because these NFL teams, they're going to do their homework. They're going to study Jalen Milroe. They know what he's capable of doing. And at the end of the day, they're the ones ultimately that know what they want to do. It's the agent's job for them to keep this stuff out there so people like us pay attention to it.
Well, I guess you're right about that. But, I mean, some of this, look, I do think this is probably the worst quarterback class in a long time. I mean, I was listening this morning, to ESPN or radio on my way in here.
Yes.
And they were talking to Dan Orlovsky, ESPN analyst. And he said he could see, because there was one general manager out there that they've talked to that doesn't have a first round grade on any of the quarterbacks. And I can understand that, because I sure as hell wouldn't take Cam Ward first. There's no way. So I can understand, and then like we said, Shedeur Sanders. I like Shedeur a lot. I think he showed some toughness. Problem is he's not the biggest guy, and he doesn't have elite like tools from the standpoint. He does have mobility, but he's not the best athlete. He doesn't have a howitzer arm, but he is smart. He had to carry that offense without a great running game. He didn't have a great defense behind him. Besides Hunter, I think he had average weapons, and yet he still put up numbers. So I like him. I mean, but I don't like him in the top 10, maybe even top 15, but I do like him as a player. A lot of people have him slated in the lower half of the first round, and that's probably about right. But I just, and then like I said, I'm not a Jackson Dart guy. I see him getting drafted, but I'm just talking about investing a first round draft choice. I don't see him right there. Tyler Slaw, I think that's how you say his last name. He's the one from Louisville. I mean, I watched him a little bit against high level teams. I didn't like him very much. And everybody knows that I'm not a Milroe guy. I think Quinn Ewers, I know Ewers' problem is he's not the greatest athlete in the world, but I liked Ewers better than Milroe in college, and he certainly outperformed him. And he's only, in many cases, he's, barely hanging on as a top 10 quarterback prospect, in this draft. So again, and we may be proven wrong going, 2 or 3 years down the road, but these quarterbacks, I think, leave a lot to be desired. I don't think anybody probably any of them should go in the top 10, in my opinion. I think, but you know how it is in the quarterback position, they get overdrafted.
Yep.
And then because people are always so quarterback desperate.
256-576-4977. That's the number to the phone lines. You can reach out to us here on a Monday morning. And we're live from Cherokee Ridge for the third annual Eagle Insulation 97.7 ESPN The Zone Charity Golf Classic. We are here for that, and everyone's starting to pile in, but let's get a break in. When we come back, we'll get to your phone calls and continue the conversation. It's Talking Ball live from Cherokee Ridge.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Looks like they have canceled Hemsey on that wreck at Capshaw and Lynch Road. That one originally reported as an injury type. And we got a minor injury in one in Morgan County in Hartselle, Maine, and Sloss. Most of it is off in a parking lot. No hoses, no mask. Dr. Sandman has all the information, all the medically proven benefits on the Somnodent for sleep apnea and for snoring. Dr. Sandlin's at 350-CARE. Captain Nick in the Valley Skywatch Traffic Center.
The sound of the organ. The crack of the bat.
It is gone.
The sight of watching the ball go over the wall. And the taste of peanuts and Cracker Jacks. There's nothing like it. Play ball! It's America's pastime. From the first pitch to the final out, you can hear every game right here on your home for Alabama baseball.
Your home of the Alabama Crimson Tide is 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where AFS comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at afsrepair.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job.
It's a good one. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com.
I'm here with Thomas from Talkin Heating and Air. With the temperatures going up and temperatures going down right now, now is a good time to get your heating and air system looked at. Thomas, when somebody calls, you guys answer.
That's right. The phones are staffed by us. They're manned 24/7. We're ready to come out and take care of you that day.
How do they give you guys a call?
You give us a call at 256-503-4490.
And you can find you guys on the World Wide Web at
talenthvac.com.
And now is a good time to do this because you guys are offering a special deal.
That's right. We're doing $49 tune-ups this spring. We're also doing free second opinions. We offer that year-round. Somebody comes out, they say you got a bad compressor, leaking refrigerant. Give us a call, see if we can save you some money.
Thomas from Talkin Heating and Air. Thomas, one more time, that phone number.
256-503-4490.
AL certain number 21014.
This will turn journalism on its ear.
Watch our stream on WZZN TV on Twitch and YouTube.
But you are the greatest hero in American history.
We are 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
All right, welcome back. Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Scott Tyson, Drew DeArmond. Happy Monday morning. It's the 3rd annual Eagle Insulation 97.7 ESPN, The Zone Charity Golf Classic here at Cherokee Ridge. And it's always fun to reconnect with some of our sponsors.
Yep.
At the top of the hour, we told you that the second hour is always sponsored by SportsMed Orthopedic Surgery and Spine Center. And our good friend from SportsMed, Hayden Henderson, kind enough to sit in with us for a little bit. And good morning, buddy.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Well, it might help if I do this. There we go. Now
we're ready.
You're right. You're right.
Hey, good morning. How are y'all?
Good to see you, man.
Good to see y'all as well. Thank y'all for putting this on. We're very excited to be here, represent SportsMed as well. And looks like it's going to be a windy day, but a fun day.
Hey, we'll take it.
No doubt.
We will take it.
It's better than rain, isn't it?
Yeah. And we were worried about that for the last 3 days because we had beautiful Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we were worried about today, but hopefully going to hold off, and you guys are going to be able to play some great golf today, and we appreciate your sponsorship and you guys being here for sports.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Like I said, from me and SportsMed, thank you for what y'all do. We're glad to be a partner, and looking forward to today and representing SportsMed out there. And looks like we're going to have to kind of lay it into a ball because that wind's brutal today.
Well, and I tell you what, there's lots of times, too, that golfers, everyday golfers, and we had Dr. Ricks on. And by the way, he's going to be joining us later this month as well. But, I mean, you guys can help a lot of people get back out to the course and feel good, right?
Oh, absolutely. That's what we do. You know, we've got the best doctors, I think, in town, and everybody does a great job. So if anybody needs anything today, they just reach out to me and we'll get them set up for a doctor's appointment, you know?
He hooked me up last year. I had a toe issue.
Yes, he did. Yeah,
I think we've seen both of you guys. So like I said, hey, we're here. And
knees, toes.
Elbow,
knees, elbows, toes, nose, anything, you know?
Yeah, they'll fix anything and fast.
Yes, they can.
That's what they do.
So, are you playing good? Is this going to be an interesting day?
You know, this weather might down my game a little bit, but you know, I got my little brother playing with me today, so he's gonna pitch up some slack because that little dude can swing a club. So I'm excited to have him as my right hand man today.
Well, and you guys, we said this is the start for us because this here we go to this and then we start preparing for the Rocket City Awards. You guys are going to be a part of the Rocket City Awards this year. It's something new. You guys are going to present a scholarship, or not one but 2 scholarships at the Rocket City Awards. Something new for you guys.
Yeah. So we're excited about partnering with you guys on that. You know, we're going to take one female, one male that we've chosen throughout the year so far, and we're going to give a $2,500 scholarship to the kids that have applied for that scholarship online. And man, we've had some competitive competition. It's going to be a lot of fun to try to decide who we're going to pick for that male and female, because there's some great athletes in this Huntsville City area and other places like here in Arab. But excited about partnering with you guys on that and seeing who's going to win that $2,500 scholarship come May.
Yeah, it'll be our third year for the Rocket City Awards, just like this tournament. Both events are growing. We've had really good feedback here and then with the Rocket City Awards, because it gives us a chance to honor so many young people, both on the high school and college level, with the Rocket City Awards that are doing such a great job for our city. And not just locally, but even nationally. So, because we know some young people get great opportunities outside of our state, but it allows us to shine a light on all of them.
I couldn't agree more, man. Like I said, what y'all do here at 97.7 and this golf tournament and partnering with us with making that scholarship work, it's exciting times.
All right. Well, Hayden Henderson, kind enough to join us for a few seconds, and hit him straight out there today. Have a good one. Enjoy the day. We've ordered some weather. That's going to be great for golf. A little windy out there, but I tell you what, the course is in great shape. The greens, they're phenomenal.
Can't wait. All right, guys, y'all have a good one.
Thanks, Hayden Henderson, kind enough to join us as well. And this is kind of like media days for us. This is the revolving door, and we like that. See, we just kind of free flow it. We enjoy the day. And sitting down with us now is the men's basketball coach.
The Gulf South Conference Coach of the Year.
Oh, yeah.
Up for a Rocket City Award.
Yeah, he doesn't know that yet. He doesn't know.
We can let that cat out of the bag. Come on.
Wait, that planning meeting starts tomorrow, by the way. That planning meeting starts tomorrow. But anyway, Mick Hedgepeth, kind enough to sit in with us. He's playing golf today. He's playing golf. Kind enough to sit in.
And he's working the portal.
He's doing all kinds of things.
All morning. We're talking about Mick Hedgepeth, and he's been kind enough to join us here live at Cherokee Ridge. Coach, how are you?
I'm great, guys. Good morning. Good to be with you. It's nice to be outside today. We've been in the office a lot the last few weeks, so it's going to be good to play. It has been a busy time.
Yeah, it has. I mean, and when you have the success you had, 32-2, I mean, heck, man, your name comes up with coaching searches. We were monitoring that too. Hitting refresh. There you go. But we want to congratulate you on what an amazing first season. I mean, I know you couldn't have probably played. The only thing that would have been better is to win the national championship, I guess. But wow, what a first year to have.
I appreciate it. I feel like it was maybe one of the strangest seasons in college basketball. You know, you lose to Nova and by one in overtime and then win 32 in a row, including 5 or 6 really close ones that could have gone either way. And then, end up losing to Nova at their place in the Sweet 16, and they go on to win it all. So it was, but I tell you what, it was a really fun year. It's been about 2 weeks ago. We did our season-ending banquet. We went to Shogun and just had a closed team banquet. That's what those guys wanted to do. I told them I would do a fancy, do the whole thing and invite family and friends, but they wanted to keep it closed. That's what they've done here. And as much as the winning is so fun and important, the guys told their favorite memories for about 45 straight minutes, and hardly any of those had anything to do with basketball.
That's awesome.
Team meals and crazy bus trips. We had several of those this year that were noteworthy, and a lot of fun. I listened to Coach Acuff and his kind of introductory press conference at Sanford, and he said it's about the stories and the memories. We certainly had plenty of those this year, so it was a great first year.
Well, as good as it was, and you joked all season long about the fact that, if the NCAA would grant another year of eligibility to everybody, you could play golf and you could do this, what you're doing today, but you can't. And you lost a lot. I mean, there's a lot of guys that poured a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into making this year special. They're gone. Their memories will live on. But the hard part for you now was rebuilding a roster, not just by one guy, but I mean, you had to rebuild an entire roster, basically.
Yeah, we've got some big shoes to fill for sure. We certainly are excited about our freshman class coming in. I think with kind of the current landscape with so many teams being so transfer focused, some freshmen are maybe falling through the cracks a little bit. So we're excited about them and getting involved with some players that maybe we wouldn't have always been able to get involved with in that regard. I think I'm excited about our returners. We have several guys who I think have that next man up mentality that UAH has carried for so long. And then you've got to supplement with some transfers, and I'm excited to kind of balance our classes out a little bit more, or we're not losing this much in this, and it's hard to do that with the current landscape and just a little bit more change in your roster than normal. But we've signed 4 transfers out of the portal, and we may add one more. Okay. So it's been a busy but productive spring, and excited about those guys for sure as fits on the floor, but also off the floor. I think they really fit who we are.
Let me ask you a quick question because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. Can you comment on the ones you signed out of the portal yet?
I'll comment on 3 of them who have signed. One of them just committed over the weekend.
Okay.
So
I think you can comment on this one because I had him on when he signed his Division I scholarship, and I want to get it right this time because I did the entire interview and screwed his name up, and I apologize to his mother, but I wanted to talk about Canute Wood.
Yeah.
Because I'm excited about him because he was the first Division I signee ever out of Brooks High School in Killen. Now, they had football guys, but not basketball. And he had 2 good years as a backup at Tennessee State. I watched him this year. They had a good team. They nearly won the OVC. I mean, they had a good – probably if a bounce here or there, they could have won it. And I know he wanted, a bigger opportunity. I felt like, knowing his family and seeing him play and then watching him kind of blossom on the D1 level, because when he was coming up in high school, great athlete. I mean, the guy played 1 year of varsity football, broke every receiving record at Killen High School as a football player, but as a basketball player, was like a 4-year starter, really good handles, really good defender. And yet he was probably kind of like a Mark Sears that at that point was a 15-foot and in guy. Didn't make a lot of threes, but he's developed into a really good 3-point shooter at Tennessee State. How excited are you to kind of add him to your team?
We're very excited about Canute. In-state guy, about an hour away, fits us to a T. I think he's a guy that he shot over 40% from 3 and played 22 minutes a game at Tennessee State. And, not only that, but he came and played with our guys. And he can do more than just shoot it. He can come off a ball screen and decision make and get in there. And he made a whole lot of right plays. I actually golfed with him on his visit, so he's a heck of a golfer as well. He and Eric Fuqua play a lot of golf together. I went back and watched some of his high school football highlights as well. So he's a really good, well-rounded athlete in all seriousness. And he was our first one. And I think we were able to kind of build and get some momentum going after that. So very excited about Canute, and I think he'll add a lot of value.
So then you mentioned, is there anything left? You mentioned possibly one more. I mean, is the roster done? Are you still looking to add?
Yeah, we're looking at one more.
Okay.
So we've added Canute. We added Quentin Tolles, kind of a combo guard out of Kentucky Wesleyan. We added Jack Shutters, a 6'10" big from North Georgia. Went to Baylor High School in Chattanooga.
Okay.
We just got a commitment over the weekend, and we're looking for one more. It's one of those that we may be a little bit more selective with, and if we were kind of in this situation a little bit last year after we got Blake Campbell, we had enough room to take one more, but it needed to be right, and we ended up not taking one. So I think we're in a similar position as well this year, and if it's the perfect right person, we'll do it. If not, we won't force it.
And talk about those other 2 guys as well. I know the 6'10" size is going to help because you're losing we thought the best big player in the Gulf Side Conference.
At least a player of the week. It should have gotten a player of the week at least some point.
Well, it's going to be awfully hard for anybody to replace Daniel Saylor. Just averaging, 14 and 10 a game, just his blocking however many shots per game, and towards the top of the charts nationally in field goal percentage and block shots per game. I can't tell you how proud I am of Saylor. Jack will only be a sophomore, Jack Shutters.
Wow.
So, he and Griff Cooper will actually be in the same class. So I could see them, kind of as a post player when I was at Belmont, Scott Saunders and I, it's been a long time ago, but we were both centers. We were in the same class, and I really liked that because you could go in and play 2 or 3 minutes as hard as you could. You knew the other guy was going to come in, and we kind of, one of us would play 23 or 4 minutes, the other one would play 16, 17, and it was a nice way to attack that. So we'll see kind of how that shakes out, but Jack is 6'10", he's really skilled. Can score it with both hands around the rim. He can step out and shoot a three. So I think he has a chance this year, of course, but then I think down the road he can have a really high ceiling.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's the thing too, and we forget. I mean, Griff Cooper played in just a handful of games before getting hurt, and so I mean he was developing as a freshman. Gets hurt, but then he still goes through the whole year, still kind of learns a little bit of the college game. He was showing signs of developing before he got hurt.
He showed some great signs.
Yes.
We were really excited about him in the preseason to start the year. He's just different. He's 6'8", 225, and can move like he moves.
Can play like
can
he's
jump
6'11",
like he jumps.
6'12",
I mean, he's just different in terms of ball screen. He's quick out of it. He's as much of a roller lob threat as Saylor was, can protect the rim. But then he can actually, something different about him. He can get out and guard a little more on the perimeter. You can switch with him. You can maybe hedge ball screens. You can do some different stuff with him because he is so mobile.
Right.
So that's really exciting. And he's, continuing to improve from his surgery that he had first week of March, and look forward to him being healthy again.
Well, and of course, we've talked about the transfer portal, but how big has it been so far for you and your staff to retain who you want to retain? Because so much of being good year to year, you want to add pieces, and you're adding them. You've added 4, you might add another, but is retaining what you want to retain and at least part of your roster?
Oh, it's been critical. I think going back to last year at this time with an entirely new coaching staff.
Right.
Yeah.
And we retained everybody except one player.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that just speaks volumes about UAH.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that there's nowhere else in the country that happened. And, so for that to happen again this year, we had a couple guys who are, going to graduate and get a job or maybe go to a state school and not play anymore. But otherwise everyone stayed, and that's really exciting just to, especially with so much new coming in. Yeah. Like, we need some guys I told all of those returners, I challenged them to show all of these newcomers, whether they be transfers or freshmen, how we operate here, because it's a little different, and they need to see that example.
Right.
That them seeing that is going to be more powerful than me saying what we do.
As far as returners go, who are you going to kind of lean on the most?
I think Matt Thurman's got to be at the top of that list.
Okay.
He came in and delivered in some huge, huge moments for us this year. I continued to gain more and more confidence and trust in him. He's 6'7". He led us in 3-point field goal percentage. We had some really, really good shooters on the team. He can drive it in there and kind of has unorthodox finishes, but really, really good touch. So very excited about Matt moving forward, among other guys, but he's certainly at the top of the list.
The guy I wanted to ask you about, because I watched him in high school, and I know you redshirted him. And there's been a lot. Lenny used to do that a lot. He would redshirt a lot of his freshmen. They would stay 5 years, become older and really good. And, of course, it's tougher to do that now with the portal if the guy's a really good player, but you still hope to be able to keep a guy. But what about Bryce Mason? I know I heard that's just some stories from Scott, from Steve, and then just from little birdies, that maybe saw practice that he has a chance to be a good player.
Yeah, Bryce was actually the first guy signed when I got the job.
Right. Athletic kid.
Local. Again, fits us in every way. 6'4", high ceiling, high motor, works his tail off. Phenomenal in the classroom. He maximized his redshirt year. That's what I would say about Bryce. He maximized it. His body's transforming. He's in there every day, along with so many other guys, but he's just constantly in the gym. And in our spring workouts and pickup, I've already seen him make a jump. Now that's a process, right?
Yeah.
Like, again, he'll be playing in his first ever college basketball games this year. But I certainly think, whether it's this year or down the road, he's gonna make a big impact, and he's already made a huge impact in practice for us this year, and with his energy on the bench and his infectious personality.
And that's schedule huge. Coming together.
It is. Yes, we need one more game.
Okay.
But yeah, as of right now, I'll have to not exact
Florida,
on
right?
Yep, we will open up down in Florida with Nova and Barry again. So back to Nova. We're gonna play. We're gonna host a classic.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Where we will play Oakwood University here in town, and we will also play USC. I may pronounce this incorrectly. Beaufort.
Okay.
Who they are only in their third year of program existence, but at the D2 level, they won 21 games last year.
Wow.
They have, they run similar style to Nova.
Okay.
Their assistant was a great player at West Liberty, which is where Crutchfield started, and they play that style. So that'll be a tough assignment. And then we will play Point University again out of Atlanta, and then we're looking for one more Division II game, preferably a home game. So it's been hard. It's been hard to find.
Is that what 32 games will do to you?
Yeah. I've had to include in my emails. We lose 86% of our scoring, guys. So I've jokingly included that in a couple scheduling emails.
Well, we were trying to get you an exhibition game with Samford.
We thought that would be great. Samford, UAH exhibition, great, wouldn't it?
That'd be great. I think there is a chance that we have an exhibition with Alabama A&M.
Okay, good. That's been a long time.
Right. I don't know if that's firm or not, but I know that
awesome
that conversation's being had.
All right, so are you ready to play golf? How much golf have you gotten in? Are you ready to go? Because they have us starting on hole number 14, which, by the way, is not an easy hole. I'm just going to lay it out there. It's not an easy hole to start.
Scott was hitting balls at 6 o'clock, so he's been out there early.
Well, I've been sitting doing a show for 2 hours. So, it's not like I've been hitting for 3 hours.
I've played 2 rounds with a couple of recruits this year and once with my dad.
Well, we're going to have fun for sure.
We'll have a lot of fun. It's been streaky. I've got a streaky golf game, but I'm hoping today we can put it all together.
It's a scramble, though. You only need to have one shot out of whatever, and you're good.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. Thank you very much for having me on and for hosting our team. So we really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you, Coach.
Of this, man. Thank you, Coach.
All right, let's get a break in. We're live from Cherokee Ridge.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Emily Owen. Expect to see scattered showers and a few thunderstorms for much of this Monday. High temperatures are expected to warm into the low 80s, potentially seeing wind gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Heading into Monday night, rain and a few thunderstorms continue. Low temperatures falling into the low 60s for the overnight. I'm Fox 54 meteorologist Emily Owen on your home for ESPN Radio 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Still showing a wreck in Limestone County. Nick Davis Road and Pettis Road. That one reported as an injury time. Had a wreck in Hartselle, Maine, and Sloss. Most of it's off in a parking lot there. Had a minor injury involved. That'll be clearing shortly. With more than 30 years experience, D&L Refrigeration can save you money on those heating and air conditioning repairs. 256-652-1207. State license 08091. Captain Nick in the Valley Skywatch Traffic Center.
By now, you know about Eagle Masonry and Insulation, and maybe you know that Eagle also does landscaping and dirt work. But how about after paint work? Shower doors, shelving, and mirrors, all taken care of by Eagle, the same Eagle that takes care of all your masonry, insulation, and landscaping needs. Eagle brings the same level of expertise to all these disciplines, and they're ready to provide you with a free quote. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
I'm here with Stan McDonald of Jacob Title. Stan, I've heard that every real estate closing at Jacob Title is a very big deal. Why is that?
Wes, I'm reminded of a very impactful statement that I heard from Coach Gene Stallings years ago when he talked about big games and little games. He said he didn't like that comparison. He says, because try losing one of those little games. And if you ever do, it ends up being the biggest game all year long. Well, it's the same thing with real estate closings. Every game, every closing is a very big deal at Jacob Title, because when it's your closing and your contract on the line, it's a very big deal. And we understand that at Jacob Title.
So it sounds like whether your client is a first-time residential buyer or a multi-million-dollar investor, they can expect your A game.
That's exactly right. As a matter of fact, when you bring your real estate closing to us at Jacob Title, we understand it's all about trust and confidence. And when Stan McDonald tells you that a chicken dips snuff, you can look under his wing for the box.
And like Beebs likes to say, there's no doubt about it.
There's power in caring when it is put into action. Each year, our bankers serve on nonprofit boards, support our local educators, and volunteer with our hometown food bank. I'm Bobby Humphrey, Vice President of Business Development for Bryan Bank, and community service is just not a line item in our mission statement. It's who we are. Because after all, Alabama is our home too. That kind of commitment to community might not be what you would expect from a bank, but it's exactly what you can expect from us. Give us a call or stop by one of our 2 offices in the Huntsville area and experience unbeatable service and legendary results.
Bryan Bank Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID 2428943, member FDIC.
Where's the best place for sports? What about the best place for wings? If you answered Jefferson's for both, you're right. Jefferson's is also a great place for value. Every Monday, kids eat free with the purchase of an adult meal, and teachers bring your teacher ID and you eat free every first Tuesday of the month up to $15. At Newmarket, Jefferson's will be opening a new location at 2190 County Road 65 very soon. Jefferson's, best place for sports, best place for wings. Hampton Cove, and soon in Newmarket.
From Coleman to Fayetteville and all points in between.
Son, pull the hammer back. Smokey's coming at you in a plain white wrapper.
97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
So there was golf involved. So you know what this means.
Scott Tyson's gone.
Yeah, Scott Tyson's gone. I'm Steve Moulton sitting in here for, 1.5 segments. And then he hands me the headset and says, oh, by the way, we're a break behind. Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right. Good to know.
We're all good.
Good to know. Good to know.
You know,
How are you, Trudy?
Time flies when you're having fun. So we've had a lot of great time here at Cherokee Ridge. The weather's holding up so far. It's great. We're seeing a lot of great people, a lot of our great sponsors.
A little windy.
It's
little windy.
A little windy, but hey, it's better to be windy than cold.
Oh, there goes a pop-up.
Better than freezing there.
Our mighty pop-up tent decided to float down about maybe 3 or 4 feet.
I do.
Down to the right. Do you see it?
I can't see it through the door anymore, so I can't see it through the window.
Yep. That is actually some valuable property over there, because that is where Bubby's is going to set up right there.
Yeah.
That is inside here at Cherokee Ridge.
Are we going to have to tie the tent down?
There's some buckets, and I thought about putting it. There's sand in the buckets.
There is.
I thought about putting the feet inside the bucket.
Last night for the Lakers.
Ooh, I did not watch that.
Or the Memphis Grizzlies.
I am still in Hawks withdrawal at the moment, as the Atlanta Hawks lost to the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
That entire game for the Hawks and the Heat really felt like my entire life as an Atlanta Hawk fan.
I was going to say.
Right out of the gate, you're down 10-0. Just right out of the gate, you're down 10-0.
Rough.
And then all of a sudden you're up by 6 in the fourth quarter, but then you're an Atlanta Hawks fan and you know what's about to come. Even without Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero played some, but this just in, the Cavs are pretty good. The Cavs kind of ripped right through the Heat last night. So, but also pepper that on top of the fact of, had the Hawks won that game and gotten into the playoffs, probably would have gotten a top 4 seed, depending on how the lottery shakes out with what happened there between the Kings and the Hawks for a trade that was contingent upon certain factors, including the Hawks making the playoffs. So,
well, that's enough NBA talk. I have an update here from Ross Dellinger. Of course, this involves the NCAA and their continued neutering. But again, good to see you, sir. The NCAA Division I Board of Directors is poised to vote today to eliminate 150-plus NCAA rules. Sources tell Yahoo Sports it is contingent on House settlement approval. Many are long-standing restrictions related to amateurism. The NCAA rulebook, notoriously large, is getting a trim. And then he said, and then this is just a little bit ago, but and then he said the wave of deregulation is expected to touch on a number of areas, most notably eliminating the policy that prohibits schools from compensating athletes and the rule preventing them from discussing with recruits NIL contracts, an anticipated move ahead of revenue sharing. And then he did say, as far as the settlement goes, a California judge has not ruled on the settlement, but those familiar with the case expects a decision within a week. Attorneys filed what is expected to be their last brief last Monday, where they decided against following the judge's suggestion to change roster limits.
How do you gradually do that? She wrote that.
Yeah.
And I think that was April 7th. Yeah. She wanted to gradually put in roster limitations. I don't know how you do that.
I don't either.
You're either doing it or you're not. There is no gradual.
I feel for these folks that are walk-ons and stuff like that, and some kids that are going to get cut. But let's also understand something. You may have to move down, but you may have some opportunities to still play elsewhere. You may not be playing on the Division I level, but you could end up on a scholarship, maybe at a smaller school, which would give you, an opportunity. So.
I do wonder whether or not we're going to see that eligibility stay pat for JUCO, for Division III, Division II.
I think, as far as
allowing that extra year of eligibility moving forward.
This year, I don't know about next year. Yeah. I would think that they'd start cracking down on that. So the Diego Pavias of the world, the Justin Jeffersons, people like that, the Chad Baker Rodmans, the people, they're going to have to just take full advantage of that. And then you better enjoy it and let's be frank about something here too. The only reason the Diego Pavias and the Justin Jeffersons and then the Chad Baker Mazzaras and all those people are still in college, they'd rather be getting paid and be professionals, but they're still in college because they're not considered blue chips. Okay. Yep, I think we all understand that. So they're
earning more money being a college athlete than they would even overseas. Yeah. For Chad Baker Rodman.
Yeah. Chad Baker Mazzara looking for $2 million from what I understand, for how much is that per technical?
Oof.
That's what I would.
Just takes one.
Now he did agree to a contract with Auburn during the Final Four run, but it had provisions to protect the school.
Was that a regular season deal or a postseason deal?
This Nico Iamaleava stuff. Good luck them going to 7-5 or 5-7, whatever the hell UCLA was.
They were 5-7 last year.
Yeah, well, good luck, because I don't think Nico Iamaleava is the kind of dude that's going to elevate your program to where all of a sudden you're winning 9 or 10.
Probably some nervous Arkansas fans about Madden Iamaleava.
Well, maybe does he run out of bounds when the clock strikes 0? I don't know. But this is a big year, for Arkansas anyway. Sam Pittman, he's done the complete opposite of most coaches. Everything with him's been open, like the practices and everything. And to me, he's got to win at least 7 games or he's toast. So, and this is a tough league in the SEC, no matter what the national media may tell you. I mean, it's difficult. I mean, and it's going to be difficult on Arkansas because, quite frankly, I don't think they have the talent of some of these other schools. And we'll see. But certainly, we were talking about Lane Kiffin earlier in the show and his maturity and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I do think they let a golden opportunity slip through their fingers last year. I think they were good enough.
Yeah, they were.
The SEC.
Yeah.
Which I said the other day on the show. Remember when we had that?
I picked Ole Miss to take on Texas in the SEC championship game last year.
And I said earlier last week that they would never win one ever. And they let that one slip through their fingers. And they even had a good enough team.
They housed Georgia, but then they also lose to Kentucky.
I don't know if they would have beat Ohio State. I doubt it. But, I mean, they had the talent to punch with just about anybody, but they weren't consistent enough. And do I think Lane Kiffin has made changes with his diet, changes with his approach?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, but he still has ADHD because they lost to Kentucky. Okay.
Well, last year, to me, Ole Miss was about one thing and one thing only last year, and I didn't know it till after the effect, and that was beating Georgia. And I felt like their entire season was the standard is Georgia, so let's beat Georgia.
But you need to get there with one or no losses.
You got to beat Kentucky.
Yeah, you got to beat Kentucky, man.
You got to beat Kentucky.
You gotta, and LSU. You just
the LSU game. Oh my gosh, they found a way to lose that.
You just can't lose it. You can't blow those games, man. You can't end up with 3 losses when you know you got a good enough team to. Now it was South Carolina kind of came out of nowhere, but I think we all understood that Ole Miss was very, very talented.
Yeah,
and you don't have to play Alabama where you just tend to just when you're Lane Kiffin you lock up. You know what I'm saying? You avoided Alabama. You didn't have to play them. And if you played them, you weren't going to play them to the SEC championship game. And luckily,
South Carolina beat Ole Miss last year, correct? That was in Columbia. I thought that was – am I misremembering that, Joe Hunk?
Because I thought it was Kentucky, LSU.
The Ole Miss game at South Carolina, I thought that was –
and then I'm trying to remember their third loss. But I know they lost to Kentucky and LSU.
Okay.
And then they blew it was Florida, wasn't it? I was thinking that Ole Miss lost to Florida and blew that game, but I believe they blew it in the swamp.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Because this was, I think that was basically Florida's biggest win of the year.
Yeah.
Ole Miss lost to Kentucky, LSU, and Florida.
There it is.
That's what it was. They blew the game in the swamp, and that kind of saved Billy Napier's job.
Yeah, it did.
Because
it really did.
I mean, when you think about those 3 losses, though, that Ole Miss should have been undefeated. I mean, with the talent
they really should have been. Yeah.
I mean, I admit that. And I mean, I'm not a Lane Kiffin guy. I'm not a rebel, but they had a good enough team with the way their schedule shaped up and the way they handled Georgia. They should have been undefeated. But I'll tell you what else is undefeated. Golf out here at Cherokee.
That's right. We've got an Abraham on deck. That's right. Joe Hunk, John Abraham.
He just turned 25. He's half my age.
He's half my age, too.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where AFS comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation.